Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks Toy Reviews, where we look at all things cool and retro, and most importantly, whatever I have in front of me to look at. And today, folks, we're going to be looking at X-Transbots Bond James. Now, of course, this is the first third-party representation of Punch Counterpunch, which was seen in the fourth season of the American cartoon and in the Japanese Headmasters cartoon. Now, he looked a little different in the Headmasters cartoon, and they have a figure of him too. But I believe I have the American version, so we're going to take a quick look at him today. So, there he is in his box. Pretty cool little picture of both of them, and I kind of forget offhand which one is Punch and Counterpunch. I think this one's Punch and this one's Counterpunch. I could be wrong. And don't mention move. Move before you make a move. Don't mention you. Okay, got it. And he's got his little tech specs on the back. Function Double Agent, which we saw just a taste of in the Rebirth episode of the fourth season. And there we have another Autobot. And, so that's it. X-Transbots has made a bunch of cool bots so far, and they like to put them on the back of there. So, anyway, let's take a look. Got the little X-Transbot sticker, which I'm starting to get a nice collection of. Sticking them all over everything. Get over here. Alright, and he's got the styrofoam. You never quite know what you're gonna get. Today we got styrofoam. Alright. And let's see, we have, looks like a little instructions book with the same tech specs, which is cool, so you don't gotta cut off the box. And comes a little trading card. And we'll look at. This out of there. And let's go a little book. And we'll look at that. And it's trading card. Pretty cool. Alright. And he has some accessories. Got a little bag here. Like a little compartmentalized Ziploc that I never can quite open, so I just end up ripping it. And he's got a blaster. Pretty cool. I couldn't tell you if that's accurate to the toy or the cartoon, because I don't remember. But it does some stuff and things. And you can kind of move it around. Move this and that and the other thing. Alright. And he's got another gun. Or double missile launchers. So, very cool, very cool. And it doesn't really do anything but look cool. And look yellow. Alright, whoops. There you go. And he's got this one face. Looks like he's got some blue sunglasses on, and he looks like he's very unhappy with his recent third-party Transformers purchase. Hopefully I will not be. Alright. And here is his full head with just a kind of basic looking face there. And I can't remember which face that is, because there's definitely look, there it is. It was as simple as that. Just turn around and there he is. Booga, booga, booga. So, punch, counter punch. I'm just taking a wild guess because giving the old rule of thumb, Autobots have the blue eyes, Decepts have the red. Alright. And we'll be putting that on him and pull him out of his little styrofoam tomb. Get him out of there. And he's wrapped up nice. Wrapped up for Christmas. Get him out of here. My first impression of him in car mode is he's absolutely gorgeous. Forgive me, I can't remember what car this is exactly, but people have said that it is very accurate to what it is supposed to be, so cool. It's got some very beautiful red rims there on his rubber tires. He's got his little spoiler, and I'm sure you won't be able to see this on my little camera here, but this blue is very nice. It's like a deep blue that has a nice little shine to it. And sometimes when they have nice paint, not every panel is going to match up, but it looks like it does from what I can see. Very cool. Rolls really nice. Ooh, peekaboo. There's his head under there. And that's about it in car mode. It's got his little rear view mirrors. Now I believe the headlights come up in pure 80s car fashion, and they do. There they are. I was looking at you, kid. And they close back up. And he's got a little green inspection sticker. And it passes, fortunately. I would love to get one of these that says fail. See what they have to say about that. But this one says pass. And it is from number 2. And I believe his doors open up. Yep. And you can see the insides there, which is his hand is kind of forming a seat, kind of. Not really, but you can imagine it does. And probably the same thing over here. Yep. There it is. There's his doors. Very nice, very nice. Alright. So that's about him for car mode. I'm going to take a little break and we'll come back to him in robot mode. Alright, and we're back. And he is in his Decepticon mode, which I think is Counterpunch. And in the US cartoon, yeah, I think in both cartoons, I think in all continuity, he's actually an Autobot. But we'll get to that. I didn't really show the transformation because I don't really feel like filming a 5-hour-long video. I'll just show you kind of what I think of him, which transforming him was not super fun. His legs were a real bear to deal with, and kind of the chest was a little hard to figure out. Do a couple quick comparisons and we'll show you his Autobot mode. There he is with Fans Toys Mirage, Fans Toys Jazz, and Fans Toys Cliff Jumper. So you can see he fits in with the Autobot cars nicely. He's a wee bit taller, not too much, but he will definitely look good on a shelf. And by look good on a shelf, I mean that's about all you're going to do with him. He's not super poseable. I mean, you can pose him, but just he feels good. Like, you know, nice solid metal when you pick him up and stuff. But to be honest, it's just his arms and some of the joints. I'm afraid to mess with it. I've heard that some people have broke him, and you know, it is what it is. I don't expect a figure that turns into 3 different things to be totally perfect, but it would be cool if that actually happened. And I'm gonna do one more little comparison real quick. This is a custom figure, PVC figure I made about 20 years ago. This guy, and doesn't look much like him now in hindsight. I think maybe I based it on the action figure version of him. And yep, that was my punch counter front with me. I'll show you that. A little bit better. Like that. And that. And that's it. Anywho, that's a different story. So, but I do like him. He's got his faults. Let's see. And let me give you his main blaster here. And it's always hard trying to make him do stuff when you're trying to film it. If I wasn't trying to make this look good and show people, it would be very quick and easy for me to do. And that's actually there we go. See what I mean about tolerances are a little weird on this guy. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm just afraid to move him around too much because as a bear as it was to transform him, I'm just afraid I'm gonna get him into some weird shape and be unable to put it back to normal. But that's a me problem. I'm sure there's folks out there that can deal with these third-party transformers far more easily than I. I just collect them and because I love them, put them on a shelf, and they look good. So, but one thing we will do is put him back into his punch mode, his Autobot mode, which is just a couple things you have to do. If I can get his blaster out of his hand, there we go. And I will try to line this up good. So mainly, what you got to do is fiddle with the hands, and hopefully I can do this in one good shot. I think I can. If anything about X-Transbots is they've got this whole hands down good, you know, where they actually just come out of the arms like they did in the cartoon. They're not like a separate piece like the G1 Seekers and Optimus Prime. We always had to worry about losing their hands, which that was always a bummer when I was a kid. I would always lose hands. So his hands are out. And you bring these things back, and voila, he's an Autobot. And he looks good. I like both versions of him. And let's see. You know, talking about posability, this arm moves pretty good. This arm is a little bit, it's just some of the parts are just a little hard to manipulate, and I don't want to force them. And you can see here the way his arm has to move. It's a little weird, but it's fine. It's not bad. Let's see, just line that up. Trying to get to where you can see it. Yeah, it's not bad. Now the back of his head, if you don't want to see the back of his head, I think you can just turn it some kind of way. Or not. I don't know. I know there's a way to do it, but we only have them facing forward on the shelf, right? So that's it. Punch, counter punch. Pretty cool. Again, there's where he is with his buddies, Jazz and Mirage, which, you know, he might have hung out with those guys like pre-movie. We'll say he did anyway, since we don't really have a lot of backstory on this fella. But that's it. Punch, counter punch, or X-Transbots Bond James. Again, I give him a thumbs up. I like him. Colors are good. Paint is very nice. He has that nice metallic feel and heft. Transformation was a bit of a pain, but again, I don't claim to be the best transforming person of Transformers, so if you really want a good detailed tutorial on how to transform this guy, check out Deluxe Baldwin, TM Reviews, Bobby Skullface, MGO, you know, any one of those guys, and they'll give you a really good detailed tutorial on how to transform him. Of course, he does come with instructions, but we don't look at those things, do we, guys? This is what YouTube is for, after all. So, anyway, just wanted to show you this guy, and that's all I got for today. We'll try to make this quick, and until next time, we'll see ya.